Welcome to 7GenerationGames, and we are a different view of gaming. This isn't different. You all know that we're behind in mathematics, that minority kids are further behind, Native American kids are the furthest behind, and the more they learn about their culture, the worse they do. And this is how I went to DC and came home with a startup. My friend and I got an award to analyze the National Indian Education Study, and when we found these results, he said on the way back to the airport, I'm president of the school board on my reservation, and you need to come up with something because my grandkids aren't going to choose between learning their culture and learning math. So we went, we got over $500,000. We got an SBIR award from the USDA, phase 1, then Kickstarter, and then a phase 2. And 7GenerationGames is educational video games, adventure games that combine math and Native American history. We found our market was far broader than we had originally thought. When we tried to put on Kickstarter, over 2/3 of the people who backed us had nothing to do with the reservations. And our brilliant marketing person said, you know, I played Super Mario Brothers and I have never been a plumber with a handlebar mustache. Anybody who fought with their kids over doing their math homework was interested. Our games are better because they teach, they test, and they track. Here's what that means. We have a 3D world where kids play math games that matter to their tribe's survival. Let's say you have 24 people sick in an epidemic, and each one needs 4 of an herb that Native Americans use for healing. What would happen if you were wrong? Well, it turns out that 4th graders are highly amused by vomit. Everybody would still be sick. And one of the differences in our games is kids are engaged. They keep playing it. Wrong answers, it is an educational game, so wrong answers route you to individualized instruction. The choices you get are based on the mistake that you made, but then you get to choose. Do you want to learn using a video? Do you want to watch a video? Do you want to play something and do practice problems? Do you want to read a web page? So kids can individualize it for themselves, and the program serves them the appropriate choices. We're data-driven. We have statistical reports to teachers at schools, by student, by classroom. We have teacher resources. You can get PowerPoints, videos. We're also historically and culturally accurate, so kids get a twofer. It's both history and math at the same time, because if a kid's behind, they're not going to catch up by going at the same pace as everybody else. And we really are a common core line. We know what smarter balance looks like, and so that's why we don't have multiple choice questions. We have things like we drag the fractions to the right spot on the number line. We have grades 4 through 8 covered right now. We have 1 game available for purchase, a 2nd in beta, and 2 more under development. We have over 400 individual paid users, which is impressive considering we got out of beta last week. We have 800 school-based users that we use to collect data, and our results showed that the kids who played our games 3 times a week improved 3 times as much as the control group. Why we're different from our competitors in many games, bizarrely enough for math games, kids don't need math to win. They can guess at multiple choice questions, they can randomly shoot at the right spaceship with a number on it, and maybe get ahead. In our games, you can't do that. Often games are generic. You've got a penguin or a duck or something, and kids aren't really upset if they lose and their little character dies, unlike, say, Pokemon. We are not just testing. Some things are great education, but they're not good games, and so kids won't stick with them. Often you'll get a problem wrong, and then you just get an easier problem. You're not taught, here's the mistake that you made. And they often don't have a good storyline and good graphics. They're not a good game. 7GenerationGames includes of 12 founders or employees and a 3-member educator advisory board. There's me, Anne-Marie DeMars. I do the back-end development, game design, statistical analysis. I've gotten over $30 million in grant funding in my career, taught math at every level from middle school through doctoral students. Dennis, who's hiding over there, is our senior front-end developer. He's got over 30 years of development experience. Maria Burns-Ortiz is our digital marketing specialist, and Eric Lange is our lead cultural consultant on the historical part. How we make money, we do individual purchases. You can buy it online, a one-time purchase, or we do annual package subscriptions to schools. What we're seeking right now, customers, if every one of you bought our game for $9.99, we'd be very happy. And if you want to pay it forward and gift it to a school or a student in need, you could do that. We'll even arrange it for you. We're also looking for investors. We have money now, but we could always take more. If we had another $500,000, that would speed up our commercialization plan by about a year. We're limited how much we can spend on marketing because it's grant funds. So marketing's an area we really want to put more money. And we're always looking for more good people, particularly developers in any of those areas, as well as people in marketing. If you're interested in that, you can hit us up at 7GenerationGames.com. And there's my Twitter handle, phone number, email, and I'm here in person.
Questions?